How to do YouTubers out there and how y'all doing? Today I'm gonna make great northern beans the quick and easy way. I'm starting off with probably about a tablespoon, a little over a tablespoon of oil. My pan is heated up pretty good. And I always like to build my flavor from the bottom up. I'm gonna add some chopped, broad cut onion here. Make a lot of noise. Okay. How y'all doing? As you can see, there's already a sizzle going on because my pan was already preheating up. Hope all is well with everyone. Okay, so got the onion going here. Let it get to a caramelization, but I can continue to add as it does that. I have one smoked turkey leg. I'm gonna add that there, kind of make some space in the middle and add that. And then I have some, I'm gonna show you. This is apple Gouda sausage. It is so delicious. I've never done this before, so I'm gonna try this because I like a balanced flavor to my beans, seasoned and sugar, sweet. I'm just gonna eyeball it, grab a little handful and toss them in. A couple handfuls. Yes. Saute that around. Let that do what it do. All right. So the goal is to get the onion to caramelize, and then once I do that, turn that. Once I do that, then I'll add my other ingredients. Will be the chicken broth, the actual beans. I have great northern beans in can. I'll show you that. Already in the cans. I have, let's see here, because I didn't look prior. I have 4 15.8 ounce cans of the great northern beans. So once the onions caramelize, I'm going to add those to it. And then I have 4 cups of chicken broth here, prepared here. And I'll add this, I'll eyeball that as needed. All right. Okay, and as we continue, ooh, look at that steam building up there. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I wish this had a smell button. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Okay, now this is a medium-high heat. I'm going to go ahead now. I'm trying to work with one hand, holding the camera in one hand. Cooking. All right. Here come the beans. Add those right over in there. Once I add the beans and it comes back to that good old boiling, I'm going to turn it down, let it simmer. And I will add some chicken broth as I go along. And this is how I do it. I add, I don't drain the beans. I just add everything. The juice that's in the can with it. Okay, so, and when you add things to an already boiling or an already simmering pot, it naturally, it's a science to that. It's gonna cool it down. It's gonna bring that temperature down, so you can turn it up higher to bring it back to that desired boil, that desired simmer. And this is what I just did. I just turned it up. Trying to stir y'all. Because what I'm looking for is another boil. And when it gets to that point, then I'll add a little bit of chicken broth as needed. And okay, here come the boil. Yes, it's doing what it needs to do. And if you notice, I didn't add any sprinkle seasonings to this because the beans already being in the can, there is salt content in there, and definitely The chicken broth has sodium content. The smoked turkey leg has that smoked flavor, and then your apple gouda sausage is going to provide the sweet. So I'm going to add a little chicken broth. This is hot already, so it shouldn't bother the temperature too much because that's hot. Those were actually chicken bouillon cubes. I love to use those, and I can make chicken broth as much as I want, less as I want, when I want. That's how I save money. I purchase the chicken bouillon cubes, and I make my chicken broth from that. Okay. So then, you know, if seasoning is still needed, I can do that at the end, towards the end, to my desire. You can do it to season to your desire. Okay, this is a pretty good consistency. Because don't want it too soupy. I mean, it's up to you as far as consistency. I do like a lot of brothiness in my beans because a lot of times I'll make rice on the side. Mom doesn't like rice, but I like rice on the side with my beans. I love that. So I will probably, more than likely, which won't be included on this video, but I will make some white rice on the side. So that way you can see all the ingredients there. And I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let this go once the boiling goes. I'm going to turn it down a little bit to a medium heat. And I'm going to cover it with a lid and let that go. And basically, that's it. That's basically it. Serve cornbread with it or whatever, additional meat like chicken or whatever. But this is all we're going to have. Because the chicken Gouda sausage, the smoked turkey leg, which will season it as it continues to cook in, the meat will fall off into the beans. And so we're just going to have just the beans and everything that's comprised in there. And I'm going to let it cook to my desire, of course, done. And there you have it. Great Northern beans, the quick and easy way. If you don't feel like soaking beans and all that and going through all that, hey, get them in the can. Get them in the can. Start from the bottom up with your oil, your onion, your meats. Saute that, caramelize that onion, and then you add those beans. You add a little chicken broth. That's it. That's how I did it. If that's the way you want to do it, that's how I did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you do your beans. Let's start a conversation. You know, it's that time of year where you're thinking about beans and your soups and those recipes that you can stretch. Because, you know, of course, everyone has noticed in the grocery stores how much food prices have gone through the roof. I was looking at eggs the other day in the grocery store, and I got really sad just to see how much a dozen of eggs cost. Oh my. When I was in the grocery store the other day, I was like, that's a misprint. That's got to be a misprint. No, it wasn't. Inflation. These prices are up there. So you want to think about preparing meals that will stretch, that will last a couple days, maybe even a few, depending on how many in your household, how many people you're feeding. So with that being said, you all have a blessed day. Thank you again for watching. How y'all doing?